everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be reviewing the Mini Racers repack with Tim Treadless, Rotor, and Jim Reverick. There really isn't that much for me to say about this repack, other than that we've been getting next gens from in the Mini Racers line constantly. I think one of the first ones to be released was Jackson Storm, Danny Swervis, and Tim Treadless. I think that was back in 2017 and 2018. I don't know, in 2018, did we get some more next gen releases, Mini Racers? I don't really know, I wasn't paying attention to them back then. In 2019, we did kind of see some more next gen release. And then the years following that, 2020, 2021, 2022, we would see some more next gens released. And sometimes they will even be in blind boxes. Yeah, there really isn't that much for me to say about this repack for some reason. Well, because of that, let's just move out of the way, and then there's of course the artwork of the minis. Yeah, this is the last Mini Racers repack I got for my birthday. Can't believe it's a long way to get to another review of the Mini Racers. By the way, there's the back showcasing Jim Reverick, Tim Treadless, and Rotor. Now let's open it, shall we? I think we should. Alrighty guys, today we're going to be opening up these minis now. There we go. So yeah, now let's start off by reviewing Tim Treadless. Now, to compare, I have the diecast right here, and something that's simple to notice is that here's a separate eye color. It's different from the diecast. It's kind of also different from the Thailand release of him. And also the orange is more lighter than on the Thailand release of Tim. And also, he has this orange fading design that he has on the front, which is something that diecast doesn't have, not even from Thailand. And this is actually, Tim actually has this fading design in the movie, by the way. And also there's the Nitrate logo right there. Of course, there's the size, with of course it turns out that the entirety of the size is kind of misprinted, but anyway, there's the piston cup combustor, carbon fiber, and Synergy secondary sponsors. Of course, the 28 right there. Yeah, it's kind of, the sides does look more misprinted. Does look misprinted to me. And there's this roof, which has the 28 right there. From orange, there's the back with, of course, the number 28 right there, and the Nitrate logo right there, and the taillights. And unlike any other next gens, Tim doesn't have rookie stripes, which is somewhat pretty nice, since if you want to use them right after, for something that takes place after Cars 3. So, and then it also tells you that Tim's no longer a rookie. Wait, there's the spoiler, and of course, it has the Nitrate logo, and it's still orange like on his diecast. I made this spoiler on my Thailand release of Tim Treadless black. Someone decided to update the spoiler for my Thailand release of Tim, but not the fading side. Wait, there's the other side, which there's the 28 and the secondary sponsors. There's the base. Alright, okay. Now let's move on to Michael Rotor. Alright, to compare, I have the diecast right here. You can see their size difference. You can see their expressions a little bit the same. I mean, to me, he looks more determined, or a bit more chill. There's the Museum VZ logo. Of course, the side with, of course, the secondary sponsors, and the VZ 39. Also, his wheels, which I forgot to mention for Tim. They are printed, unlike on Tim, which are actually molded onto the wheel. It's something they did early on. Even for Jackson, they had it molded on. Anyway, there's the gas cap right there. There's this roof, with the 39 right there, and there's the lining that goes through there. There's these black lines. Spoiler, which says VZ. There's the back, of course, the taillights, the VZ, VZ, 39, and the rookie stripes. There's the other side with, of course, 39 and the VZ logo. And the sponsors. There's the base. Then, so now let's move on to one I'm very excited to own. That being Jim Reverick. And the unfortunate thing is that I don't have his die cast. So for now I don't know what I'm going to compare him to. I'm trying to look up some green extras that I had, but those were the ones that I had that were in this model were more lighter color. By the way, let's start off with his expression right there, which looks more determined. I mean, it's a little bit the same as Tim, except yeah, Tim looks like he's kind of looking to the side. I don't know if that's only on my copy, if that's a thing on mini Tims. And there's, of course, this Carbon Cyber logo, which is in silver. There's the side, of course, the secondary sponsors, the 67 on silvered. Metallic blue looks really nice. It looks a lot shinier to me. If only I had a die cast to compare with. Again, there's the roof with the 67. The spoiler. It has this blue design, which isn't metallic, but okay. And there is no texting on that at all. There's also the back with, of course, the tail lights, the 67, his rookie stripes, and of course there's basically that metallic blue design. There's the other side with that metallic blue right there, the 67, and the secondary sponsors. There's the base. So yeah, pretty cool 3-pack to get if you're new to collecting media racers like me. I mean, I'm technically new to collecting them constantly. I actually did get them before, but whatever. So yeah, that's it for today, and let me know what your thoughts on this 3-pack is. And I'll see you next time, in which we'll finally get to move on to 155 scale diecast releases that I got for my birthday. That starting with Grimm. By the way, bye.